All right, now we are we're live in 20 seconds is loading. So just get ready.
Central TV is here. We here to inform you, listen and be inspired. Central TV is.
All right, Moro, we are now live. So I'll go behind the scenes.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Liam. We appreciate you so kindly. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Mrs. Harrisona Toma Grace Grams, your usual host on the show, The Power of Her. The Power of Her is brought to you by Central TV. This show seeks to promote the agenda of women in every positive aspect, in every positive way. So wherever you are, we want you to get glued to this station, to this online TV. We want you to please comment. We want you to please like, and we want you to please share. Our growth will come from your reaction as you comment, as you like, as you share. We are also on YouTube. We would also like you to follow Sandra TV on YouTube. So this is your usual voice, Mrs. Harrisona Toma Grace Grams, and the show is The Power of Her. So we want to praise God for our CEO and a powerful team of Sandra TV. We appreciate everyone who is working so hard and so kindly to see this TV becomes a reality. And we know we are getting there and we will get there because we are prepared, we are ready to move in a positive direction. So today you are watching Samtra TV and the show today is the power of her. Today we are discussing the importance of International Women's Day. For us in Liberia, when we talk about International Women's Day, it was not really known, it was not really talked about, we did not really know. In school, I remember we only celebrated United Nations Day. Uh, um, we celebrated the African Day of Agriculture. We celebrated uh, uh, OAU Day and so forth. But when Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became president of Liberia, she decided that the women of Liberia get involved in the celebration of International Women's Day. And we want to give a hand clap and we want to appreciate Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who through her administration, through her presidency, women begin to know their worth, women begin to know their position, women begin to understand their gender role. So we want to appreciate her wherever she is. History remembers her, and there's no way we can talk about achievement of women in Liberia and she will not be mentioned because she did a lot for women to be sitting at the table, for some of us now to even have the voice that we have to even talk about issues concerning women. So we want to appreciate Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for the work that she did in Liberia around the world, and she's still doing. So growing up, moving about as a young woman, we did not know the importance of International Women's Day, and we did not even know the significant roles that women play around the world. We did not even know the contributions of women. And if you do the history of Liberia, there are no strong and elective attention placed to the women who made the flag. So women who put in their time, their skills, their ideas in making the flag of Liberia. It is just, talk about a little, oh, women, yeah, they made the flag and this and that. But the concentration is based on the men that signed the Declaration of Independence. For these women, at the time, they did not have a place in society, in politics, or in the government of Liberia. But an important symbol of the country was given to them. They made a flag of Liberia, but they never had a voting right. They made a flag of Liberia, but they were not opportune. They did not have the opportunity to sit on the table to give their contributions. But today, we say the story has changed. In Liberia, we say the table turned over. So we want to congratulate women all around the world to say I'm discussing this today. Today is not International Women's Day, but it is a time I have the opportunity to be on because International Women's Day will be on Sunday. And so I have the time now to share my idea and to appreciate this Thursday. So we want to say congratulations to women that have fought, women that are fighting, women that are standing in the vanguard to make this thing work. We appreciate you. So we want to say Happy International Women's Day to every woman who is making positive changes, who is leading. So how did International Women's Day come about? International Women's Day came about when the World War I was going on. Men have to leave their work and have to pay attention to have to join the army, and there was scarcity of men in factories, on farms, and other places. So women had to serve in those areas. Women had to serve in those areas, but they were not opportune to receive the same pay as the men were receiving. And so in 1908, women decided to voices. Women decided to push their agenda because it was like the whole thing was like slavery. Women were under bondage. Women were slaves. See how some women they were domestic sex slaves. Their master would just do anything and nothing come from out of it. Some had children. Those men abandoned those children with those women, and those children were reared by single mothers. So many things were going on at the time. Women were faced with a lot of difficulties. And so in 1908, 15,000 women marched to New York to many shorter hours, better pay, and voting rights. In 1908, women marched, 15,000 women. And we want to congratulate those women, those 15,000 women that stood up for their rights. They were not only standing for their rights, they were standing for all of us today. Women stood up for shorter working hours. Can you imagine? the discrimination they were going through. You go to work, you work more than the 8 hours, then you are not being paid for the hours you are work for, and then you have no voice in the country that you live, in the society that you live. You got nothing to do with it. It is men that made a decision, and you are just sitting there to accept whatever they bring before you, whatever they say to you, and we just accept it. So women decided to say no to that. We cannot be a part of a society and we cannot contribute to this society. So there is a need that our salaries be raised. There is a need we have shorter working hours. There is a need we also vote. We also participate in the politics of our country. And in 1909, powerful women that did not give up. In accordance with the declaration of the Socialist Party of America, the first National Women's Day was observed across the United States on February 28th. So the United States women that came out the 1909, they started, but then it was National Women's Day. And so in 1910, a second international conference of working women was held in Copenhagen. A woman named Clara, that's my daughter's name, Zetkin, leader of Women's Office for Social Democratic Party, tabled the idea of an International Women's Day. And that's why when you go down, the importance why we celebrate International Women's Day, we talk about unity. So instead of Germany one concentrating and celebrating at the time was known as National Women's Day, America having her National Women's Day, Denmark having her National Women's Day, Clara decided and said, no, let us come together and let this movement go around the world, and decided to say International Women's Day in 1910. That is bringing everybody together. Wherever you are around the world, now it became International Women's Day. In 1910, a second international conference was held. She proposed that every year in every country there should be. How it is coming about now, Clara proposed every year in every country there should be a celebration on the same day, a Women's Day, to press for her demands. The conference, over 100 women from 17 countries attended that conference, representing unions, socialist parties, working women class, including the first 3 women elected to the Finnish parliament. Greta Thunberg's suggestion with unanimous approval. So when the women went for this meeting, they all agreed. Everybody will want to call and say, yes, let it be a celebration in every year. So in 1911, following the decision agreed at Copenhagen in Denmark in 1911, International Women's Day was honored for the first time in Austria. Abigail on live at the 7. Denmark, Germany, Switzerland on March 19. More than 1 million women and men attended at WD. Wow. Rallies campaigning for women's rights. They have some men now with women, and we say, while we have men supporting women, we congratulate those men. And so, however, less than a week later, on March 25th, the tragic Triangle Fire in New York City took the lives of more than 140 working women, most of them Italian and Jewish immigrants. This is as well as even Jews significant attention to working conditions and labor legislation in the United States that became a famous subsequent International Women's Day. Even 1911 also saw women's bread. So from 1913 to 1914, on the eve of World War One, campaigning for peace, the women of Russia gathered and they organized their protests also. And women were just all over in every country trying their best to make effort that the world will see us, that we are not just domestic staffs, we are not just working and not getting the salary that we are supposed to get, but we are more than that. So it was like a movement all over in Europe, all over in the United States. So February 2010, on this for in the United States, in the United Kingdom, all over. February, Russian women of their strike, and they call that strike bread and peace. Women efforts around the world. 1975 International Women's Day was marked for the first time since 1908. It was in 1975 the United Nations started to pay attention, started to discuss. Then in December 1977, the General Assembly adopted. Can you imagine? Since 1908 all the way to 1975, they started discussing. In 1977, before it became a resolution that all United Nations countries now will observe and celebrate International Women's Day. So what this, when I was reading, what really spoke to me and got to me, women will have to be persistent. Women we have to be patient. Women we need to have the spirit of endurance, because there were women that were killed. There were women who did not live to see this thing come to pass. There were women who sacrificed and gave their all. Can you imagine from 1908 coming all the way to 1977 before it became a resolution? So wherever you are as a woman, whatever you are doing, be patient, be consistent, persevere, work towards it, and surely you're going to have a positive result. Don't give up. Don't get tired. Discouragement will come, but don't let it weigh you down. You will feel that you are doing nothing, but don't let it weigh you down. Rise up, show up, stand up, speak up, make a move, and you will see. You're going to be celebrated. You're going to feel a woman. You're going to be remembered. So the history of International Women's Day is not just about the gathering and we read speeches and we read and we come up with a plan of actions. It is about reflection. Reflect. Start to think. Today, I have the freedom of speech as a woman. Where did it come from? It came from women that sacrificed. So as a woman today, am I sacrificing? It came from women that gave their all. Am I giving my all to my family? Am I giving my all to society? Am I giving my best to where I work? Am I giving my best to, to my fellow women or human? Am I doing my best? Women suffer for this. So it is not something that we should take lightly. It is not something we should just, sweep under the carpet. We're going to boast about International Women's Day because this day serves as our freedom. This day serves as our victory. This day serves as a moment that we will remember forever in our lives. So wherever you are, you just take it to be common. Oh, International Women's Day. Oh, yeah. That the people think it's not the people's thing, it is your thing. Those women fought for your right. Those women fought for you to have a voice at your workplace. That nobody, no manager or no HR can easily tread on you and succeed and break you down and sack you without going through the right policies. Those women fought for it. And so what do? Let's hold it. Let's maintain it. Let's stress it. Let's value it. Let's protect it. Let's not be selfish with it. It takes a lot from 1908 to 1977 before it was resoluted, before it became a law for the United Nations. Wherever you are today, whatever struggle you are going through as a woman, whatever your situation or your condition is like, hold on. The grass is greener on the other side. You cannot give up. You cannot fail this time. You cannot fail this time. The sun is getting brighter. Be prepared and get ready. And so, wherever you are, don't let it just be a day where those women are getting ready to celebrate. Y'all go ahead. But it is a message. It is a time of reflection. It is a time of gratitude. It is a time to celebrate. It is that time to celebrate. And today, Sandra TV, the power of her, we want to celebrate Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who made sure as a president of Liberia, she brought dignity to women. She brought the power to women. She brought education to women. She brought dignity to women. Women today in Liberia, we have our place. Women today in Liberia, we are no more the same. Women today in Liberia, we are contributing immensely to the growth and the success of this nation. Women all over the world are leading in distinction. Women all over the world, they are good managers. Women all over the world are serving with pride. So we feel good. We feel accomplished. We feel motivated. We feel love. Whenever we talk about International Women's Day, and so International Women's Day, women lead rallies because everything you do, you will need money. Women lead rallies to be recognized. And International Women's Day, what do? We remember Clara and others, Clara Zetkin, who decided and proposed that it be an international event all over the world, and women agree with her. Women were not fighting for who this vision is for or who started this thing. Women were seen as a whole. They were in unity. For us to succeed as women, we will have to unite. We will have to work together. We have to accept one another. And so when she brought all the suggestions in one of the national conferences, women accepted it. And it took a very long while before the United Nations have to come up with a resolution. And so today we are celebrating the achievement of women to recognize and honor those women, their social, economic, cultural, and political achievements. We celebrate women's social, economic, cultural, and political achievements around the world. Around the world. Women also will recognize advancing gender equality. That's what Clara and the others fought for. And so we recognize gender equality. Women also fought. Advancing gender equality highlights the ongoing struggle for gender parity, urging action against bias, discrimination, and violence. Call to action. For sure, reasons why we celebrate International Women's Day. A global day of activism to demand equal rights, including political, economic, and social areas. With all of what women are going through, we are still discussing it. We are still speaking against discrimination. We are still speaking against violence against women because they still exist. And we talk about global unity. Unite people across countries to support women's rights in society. This one, when we talk about unity, it is for us women to be united. 1908, 1909, 1911, the women were united to make sure this thing worked. And we as women, we need to unite. We need to work together. We need to support one another. We are not in competition. We are not in competition. We are there to support. We are there to motivate. We are there to inspire. We are there to make the dreams of other women come true. And so we celebrate women's social achievements. And social achievements and contribution include well-being of people and community. And so social well-being of people, promoting education and literacy. We got people in Liberia and abroad who are giving scholarships to people. I just saw these few days on Facebook. I saw this lady, Kolu Sokotolo, who got a school in Unification Town, Spend Notice, Makibi County. And as I learned, they said the school is a free school. I just saw it on Facebook. Those are the kind of women that we appreciate. We honor, we recognize International Women's Day. People are educating people, paying children school fees, giving people scholarships, supporting women, advocating for human rights and gender equality. So many women. So we congratulate and appreciate these women. We got people supporting healthcare, community development. When you find women in these areas that are doing these things, they need to be recognized, they need to be celebrated, they need to be talked about. It shouldn't be the wrong things that women will do, it will start to trend. Let's train these women that are making maximum contributions to the world. Women that are making maximum contribution in workplaces. They are managers, they are supervisors, they are controllers, they are CEOs, and they take over the institution and then they are solving problems. They are making things to work. They are promoting the institution. They need to be appreciated. They need to be recognized. We need to train them. It is not only the wrong thing that will discuss, blackouts will take it and then they begin to discuss and train women. No. Let's see their efforts. Let's see and know what they are doing. The ones that are around you, post them on Facebook. Congratulate them, talk about them. Let people know that women are working together in unity. This International Women's Day, recognize somebody who is making effort. Economic achievements. Economic achievement relate to creating wealth, opportunities, and financial growth for individual families and nations. Women are in businesses. Women are there giving opportunities to others. Women are there supporting their families financially. Women are working and they get their salaries, especially women that give back. Some women in the United States, in Europe, other countries, they give back to their country. They give back to their family members. Some family members are wholly and solely living on their diaspora family. So why can't we train these women? Why can't we appreciate them? Why can't we talk about them? These are the things that women fought for. Let's recognize them. Do you know what it means for a woman to go more than 8 hours working, supporting a family, extending hands to relatives, to friends? This International Women's Day, wherever you are, recognize that woman who has contributed to your life. Even if she gave you the $20, she made a contribution, she did something for you. It is the thought. You did not work for her money, you did not work for it. And you cannot tell her what to give you and what to do. But where we are, we only talk about the wrong things, we only talk about the bad things. This International Women's Day, let us train these women that are making tremendous efforts. They are giving their social contribution, their economic contribution Let's train them. Let's train them. Their cultural achievements, preserving and promoting traditions and values as an identity, promoting traditional values and heritage, supporting arts, music, literature, storytelling. Huh? Women are there holding on to our tradition. Women are there giving us, narrating stories to us. We need to appreciate them. They need to train. We need to talk about them. We need to speak for them. We need to tell the world who they are. Look around you, where you work. See that lady who is contributing to the social aspect of her family or the nation. Let's talk about it. Let's train them. And today on Sandra TV, The Power of Her, one of the women we want to highlight here on this platform is Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I love this woman so much. I admire this woman so much. She has become a role model. She has become an unknown mentor. That's why we say women should live a better and pleasant life. Because the life that you live will help young girls, will help other women transform in a positive direction. Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti is not somebody who knows me. I have met her before on 2-3 occasions, but she does not know me in person to be this person to have that friendship and relationship with. But this is a woman who life you can see and watch and follow. This is a woman who is teaching. This is a woman who is portraying the uniqueness of women when you have the opportunity, when you are given the opportunity to serve with dignity, to serve with distinction, to serve with pride, to serve with integrity, to serve with a unique character. Sandra TV, The Power of Her, we are highlighting the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Liberia, Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti. This woman, she have her own political party. This woman, she worked within Liberia. And she had the opportunity to work with the United Nations. How do you think, where do you think they started from? When you go on her Facebook page, you go to her photos, you see her beginning. This woman worked in trenches. The woman sat down to shape the agenda of the world, of countries that were faced with conflicts. This is a woman we are talking about. How do you think she rose to that height in the United Nations? She had a solid foundation. She had a place where she came from. She was educated. She was encouraged. She was motivated. She was trained. She was disciplined. And it took her up the stairs. It took up the ladders. And it got her to the edge, to the zenith. You can be that woman. You can be that woman. Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti, When President Joseph Numa Boaka won the election and decided she be the foreign minister of his government, she was castigated. She was ridiculed. Her character was thin. They tainted her character. They undressed her. They spoke everything to tear that woman down. But guess what? She did not respond to them in a negative way. She did not post. I did not see one Facebook post to respond or to protect her name or her character. But I know within myself what I'm seeing today. Madam Besto was sitting and saying to herself, I'm going to prove you wrong. You don't know me. You don't know where I've come from. You don't know my story, so you cannot tell my glory. How she did not graduate from the university, how she did not get this degree, how she's this, she's that. Every paper she brought was fake. But I tell you today, that woman held herself. When they say real emotionally intelligent, that's that woman. And I got no regret following her. I got no regret seeing that woman as a mentor. I celebrate her in her achievements, even when she was going through her trying times in Liberia. When her name was the bread and butter for some people, it was a breakfast for some people. I posted her, I said, Mama, you are in our prayers. And I had a conviction, I had a feeling within me that this woman is distinct, that this woman is different, because I went to her track record. It is not an easy thing for a woman to serve and go through the rank and file of the United Nations. It is not about bread and butter. It is not about you being beautiful and dressing well. It is about your character. It is about your consistency. It is about you being sincere. It is about your character. It is about you being disciplined. And President Joseph Numa Boaka saw those characteristics, saw those beautiful attributes in Madam Sarah Beslow Nyanti, and decided this woman will bring a difference to our foreign ministry. She will serve this nation internationally in a positive way. And that woman held on. And I follow her confirmation. I watch her confirmation. I watch it. And I got inspired more. I got glued to her more. And I love her more. And I respect her more. You don't know my story. Don't see me there and conclude my story. Don't see me there. And even I made a mistake. That's International Women's Day. My past is my past. You cannot grade me. You cannot bring my past to where I'm going now. I made a mistake. I fall short. I did other things. It is my past. Now I am looking ahead. The Bible says, the author and the finisher of my faith. So my past and my past. Those things I did that did not bring pride and glory to God and did not bring pride to me as a woman, they are behind me. Do not judge me, classify me, address me to my past. It is no longer a part of me. So some women, wherever you are, you get off ugly story. It is gone. It is gone. It is behind you. You cannot continue to live in your past. You cannot continue to live in your regrets. You cannot continue to live in those things that brought tears to you. Rise up, oh. This International Women's Day 2026 International thing say, give to gain. Give to yourself to gain your proud. Give to yourself to gain your prosperity. Give to yourself to gain your peace. Give to yourself to gain your freedom. Why are you still sitting and crying over that rape thing that happened to you? Why are you still sitting and crying over that man who neglected you? He should have married you and he did not marry you. Why are you still sitting down thinking about those that love me, they did not like me, and this and that? Hey, give to gain. And give to gain start with you first before others. You cannot give me when you yourself, you are not giving yourself. You need to give yourself self-pride. You need to give yourself love. Give to gain. So the story of Sarah Blessed Nancy, you don't know her. You just go because you want to be seen and heard. No, sometimes it is good because this criticism also help us to shape us. So, and just today, I went to town and it's so tedious. It's time to go to town, the traffic, no car. You had to stay on the road for the longest time to fight for vehicle to go to Morovia. And so I went to run after a few things. I came back. I was so tired, exhausted. Now, as a mother, you have to get up early, pray, prepare your children, do this, do that. So I quickly went, I took my bath, and I decided to wear my nail gun. And so one of my sons came. He said, "Oh, Alma, why be say in your neck until a day?" I said, "Oh, so what you think?" He said, "No, Oma, try you get dressed." So I said to him, "You are only seeing in my neck, but you don't know what has happened." That's how people judge people. You only see the person physical, you only see the person appearance for now, but you got no clue, you got no idea what has happened down the line. Then I told him, I said I went to Moravia and I explained. So I am tired, I am exhausted. I went in the shower, but I'm tired to change of clothes, so I just decided to go back in my night clothes. He said, okay, Alma. I didn't know. You see, that's how people judge people. That's people conclude people's story. But once you are there and doing the right thing, they're gonna be surprised. That's what Sarah Blessed Yanti did. She did not respond to her critics. Let them go ahead, but I have a job. I have a task to prove them wrong. I have the task to prove to the world that this is another woman. The meaning a woman going down to her family, even going to the woman's personal life. Are you kidding me? And that woman is one of the best things that have ever happened to Liberia. That woman is one of the gifts that Liberia has ever received. Internationally, out there, Liberia is winning because of a woman. Liberia is winning because of a woman. Liberia is winning because of Sarah Blessed Yanti. Liberia is winning. So how can we celebrate? How can we recognize this woman who has contributed to the social achievement of this nation? Who is contributing because she stayed in service to the economic achievement of this nation, who is contributing to the cultural and political achievement of this nation. We gave her her flower while she's alive. Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti, we met at the airport. You and myself, we talk. Later on, we met at President Joseph Newman Boakar's birthday. We talk. And I have been trying to meet with a special assistant. You gave me her number. Finally, last week, she and I will communicated. And I really want to meet with you. I don't want to ask you for a job. I don't want to ask you for money. But I want to give you your flower while you are alive. I want to tell the world that you are a blessing. To sit in my corner to let it pass. I am not going to be the one who will sit there and will not talk about you. I want to give you your flowers. So, whenever you watch Sandra TV, The Power of Her, this is Mrs. Arizona Thomas Grisby Grimes, who want to meet with you, who wants to congratulate you, who wants to say a very, very big thank you in person. Anybody watching you can connect me to her. I would like it. Because the special assistant, she have put me on hold for a very, very long time. Some of them, they feel that when you go to meet these people, you're going to beg them. I'm not going to beg them for money. I'm not going to beg her for a job. I'm going to beg her to maintain and retain her character. I'm going to beg her to continue to shine the light of women. I'm going to beg her to continue to work while it is day, when the night coming, where no man will work. So wherever you are, you may not be the Minister of Foreign Affairs. In your little corner, serve with dignity, serve with discipline, serve with integrity, serve with passion, serve with dedication, serve with commitment. There are battles everywhere. There are conditions, troubling times everywhere. But you have to stand still. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, women. Stand still and know that you are not just an ordinary person. You are called to change, to shift destiny. You gave life. You gave life. So you think you are just ordinary? You think you are just that person? No. We want to congratulate every woman. You are important. Thank you. On this International Women's Day, we say bravo to every woman who is making positive changes. Women that are giving. Women that are participating. Give to gain is a team. What do you have to give that you will gain? In your workplace, in your churches, in your places of worship, in your family, in your relationship. What have you decided to give? And then you will gain. Whatever you give will not go unnoticed. Whatever you give, it is for a reason, and you're going to reap your reward. So this is Sandra TV, and I am your host. The Power of Four, Mrs. Arizona Thomas Grace Pilgrims. And we are on every Thursday and we discuss issues concerning women. We discuss how women can involve, how women are also policy makers. So you are not just ordinary. To our dear CEO, happy International Women's Day. We appreciate you so much, Madam Grams. That's the kind of woman we are talking about that we need to train. Somebody who is contributing socially, who is contributing economically, who is contributing culturally and politically. We congratulate her. We are proud of her. We are glad that she's making the difference. We are happy that a woman's idea here today is bringing us together and trending. Let's support her. Let's work with her. Let's pray for her. Thank you, our CEO, Madam Grams, Veronica Grams. Thank you to all the team members of Sandra TV. Thank you to all our listening audience. We want you to share. Please share the video. Please comment. Please go on YouTube and subscribe. Without you, this TV will not be successful. Without you, we will not make it. So that's our importance on this International Women's Day. We give to gain. You cannot be sitting in your closet and gain. You cannot be crying over like every thing that happened to gain. Come out and give your contribution. We love you. We care for you. Thank you for following us. Those of you that will watch, we love you. Please share, please comment. Please share Sandra TV. Wherever you are, we are persistent and we are consistent, and we know we're going to reach that place that time. Thank you to our son Leon, who is working tirelessly to make this thing happen always. God bless you, son. God favor you. God increase you. Thank you for being so generous, humble, submissive. That's why International Women's Day will say, mothers, bring out your children in a right way. They are kind, they are loving, they are supportive. When you train your children, you don't have to be there to see them exploding, to see them growing. That labor is so trained, he's so loving and submissive. He's so respectful because a woman who has brought up a young man. Bravo to every mother who is striving to make the world a better place. We love you all. Continue to follow us. Once again, I am Mrs. Arizona Thomas Grace Pilgrims, and I am your usual voice on the Power of Four, Sandra TV. We love you. Shalom. Happy International Women's Day. Give to gain. Thank you for watching.